Right, welcome in to the Jordy Culotta Show here on this Friday edition presented by Go Chevrolet. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, we appreciate it. Make sure like, share, comment. We appreciate all of that stuff as daily we're brought to you here by Go Chevrolet. We will talk to, we're jam-packed on this Friday. I'm looking forward to this Friday show. Everybody's here. Nick is here. That was this. Got it. Lloyd's here. Michael's here. Katie is on her way. She's in carpool this morning, and then Rivers is teaching her class over at Evolve, so she'll be walking in here a little late. We do have one visitor into the Undisclosed Location this morning. That will be Tee Brown. He is the president and CEO over at GMFS, which is a very reputable local company here in South Louisiana, and they have been doing a ton of good stuff during a time where it seems nothing of the news is offering any good news. GMFS has got a pretty cool story that they've been doing locally, and we want to highlight that at 8:30 this morning. We will go to well, that'll be at 8:15. No, that will be at 8:30 in the Undisclosed Location. 8:15. Booger McFarland from Tampa Bay, former Tampa Bay Buccaneer, former Super Bowl champ, two-time Super Bowl champ, and one of the faces and voices of college and NFL coverage on ESPN will stop by here at 8:15 this morning. At 8 a.m., we're looking forward to our conversation with Jimmy Chase. Jimmy Chase, of course, is Jamar's dad. Jamar Chase, the most dynamic wide receiver in college football 2 years ago, as Devonta Smith was the outlier this year and the Heisman Trophy winner. We'll talk to Jimmy Chase about what Jamar's been doing on keeping up and getting prepared for the NFL draft and what this process has been like. And, man, I missed watching him play football this season.
Turned into the dad show.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Absolutely. A couple of heavy hitter dads. So.
Oh yeah.
Off the top rope.
Good traits.
Yep. That is Lloyd Courtney, of course, our audio producer.
Yo.
Yes. His the back of his head is not in the shot. In that particular shot, but we will have the shot for you that is up for sale coming up here in a couple of minutes. As Lloyd, tell the people what the project that you had yesterday and took on. What we will be offering on our Sunday watch party here is I believe you can see the project in the shot if you look closely.
Yeah, you should have seen your boy yesterday. He busted out the ruler. Had to get the roommates involved, aka my parents. It's a Super Bowl square. We're gonna raffle off some merch every quarter. So yeah. How much do you want to sell those squares for?
I was thinking like $5.
Yeah, there's 100 of them, so we could do, and you could buy as many as you want. Buy the board, and you'll win everything.
Okay, so we're gonna go $5 a square. We are still our legal team over here at the Jordy Culotta Show is still cracking on whether or not this is kosher.
Yeah, I'll let my people get in touch with the suits.
Yep, absolutely. And you know what? We're probably just going to take the strategy here on execute and ask for forgiveness later.
Yeah, ignorance is bliss. Like, absolutely. No idea.
Yeah, and all we're doing is just handing away merchandise.
Mattress Mac.
Yes,
he'll know.
And we're going to talk a little bit about Mattress Mac coming up here at the end of the show today as Shane Sigsby, who is the CEO of I'm a Whale, and in Vegas. Lists himself on Twitter as an entrepreneur, a real estate investor, but the MGM would not take his $100,000 bet.
All of his clean money.
On the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but they would take Mattress Mac's $3.2 million play on the Bucs. We'll ask Sigsby why today at the end of the show. So we have a lot of coverage coming at you. But back to the squares, Lloyd. We're going to try and do this.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do it. And so during our live stream for the big game, a.k.a. the Super Bowl, because I don't think we're going to get busted for saying that. Yeah,
not that big. We're
going to do a raffle. We're going to, you got to pick the squares randomly, the 0 through 9. So we'll do that. We'll put them in a hat. We'll draw them out. Then you can start buying squares now. Tell us where you want to put them. We'll write your name up there. And if you win, you get a hat. You get,
swag,
shirt, swag, anything.
We'll give a hoodie away for the
100%. So at the end of every quarter, that's when we'll have our winners. So start buying squares. Tell us where you want to put them, and we'll start writing you down. But we'll raffle off. I mean, we'll do the random drawing on Sunday to see where the numbers go, and may fate forever be in your favor.
At Jordy Culotta Show, the Venmo.
100%. Yeah.
Speaking of the Venmo, shout out to Ashley G, who tipped us off on the little workaround there from YouTube, holding the fees out, and just said, look, you should just fire up a Venmo account and we'll start donating. And she sent $50 over to the Venmo, and since then it's been very active at Jordy Culotta Show.
Jordy Culotta Show.
So at Jordy Culotta Show, if you want to get there, if you're watching on YouTube, remember the super chat is always open, and we appreciate that. We're brought to you daily by Go Chevrolet, GEAUX Chevrolet.com. If we want to find the greatest selection of new Chevys that is in South Louisiana, go stop in and see Lee Carney. Go see Nick Richard. They've got a great selection of pre-owned and certified vehicles as well. They're located conveniently over there in LaPlace, just off I-10. If you're coming from New Orleans, if you're going to New Orleans, it's all good. Nice white hoodie on Katie this
That
morning.
thing is popping.
I'm telling you, bro.
It's popping.
That's why I tried to steal it.
Did you wash that since Lloyd Ward? Okay,
Oh, yeah,
good. That's
that
probably
came highly advised.
Probably smart. Probably
Highly
smart. Yep.
advised.
We didn't talk about one of the additions to the set. Mikey came through with one of his classic pairs of kicks this morning. We've got the Shaquille O'Neal Originals on set here. Yeah, go ahead, step in, sit down. Yeah, grab a seat. Grab a seat. Good morning. Put your headphones on. Pull that microphone close. How was carpool this morning?
Carpool was amazing.
All right.
You know, it's a great spot for
Temperature check
carpool.
Anybody ask you about your swag?
Well, I didn't get out of the car.
Okay.
Carpool, so
Okay.
no, nobody saw it.
You didn't press the hoodie up against the window?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not. I'll do that later today.
All right.
Oh, here are the shoes.
Yes, that's the original.
Where's the camera?
We got one there.
in your face.
You act like you've never been in the building before.
Where am I?
So we will talk
Lloyd.
about Shane Sigsby, who has had his bet declined at the window, coming up here, and we'll also hear from Ronnie Rance, aka Skip Burtman, at the end of
Skip Burtman, a.k.a. Ronnie Rance.
Yes, at the end of the 7 o'clock hour. Skip felt like we needed a little motivational speech here on the Jordy Culotta Show.
Help the boys stay off the ground.
How can you turn the legend down?
No!
Okay.
I didn't realize that now.
All right. Little early? A little early. Okay, a little
Got
early.
that workout
Yeah, we
glow.
like that. We like that. We like that. Yes. Rivers in the room. So okay, we got the full crowd here.
Rip to the boys show.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. How was class this morning?
It was good. It was full,
Yeah, full.
warm.
Anybody asking about the show?
Not today,
Okay.
but we were kind of in and out today. But I have had. Is my mic on?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Just get in here and get going.
I'm here. I've had a lot of people actually from our studio. So I teach at Evolve Studio in Willow Grove, and if you want to come take my class,
Hey, that's it.
free advertising. But yeah, I've had several people be like, "Hey, I didn't know you know Jordy." It's like a lot of like
yeah.
you're like Baton Rouge people.
I put the selfie that you put out yesterday with the mint green hoodie that was a huge hit. I put it out on my Facebook page, and the response has been incredible. After watching you or seeing you wear the mint green hoodie earlier this week, it's turned into a kind of a fab, and we got it on the shelf, or not
Yeah.
on the shelf at Red Six Sports. We got it in the store.
So
at
just
the
to be
merchandise
clear,
store.
I didn't put this in the post, but I figured people would figure it out when they went to the website. It's not the exact hoodie that I'm wearing. It's going to have a different
Yeah, it's got different
it's
color
got
of the
white
font.
on the website. So maybe that's a Katie question. They told us navy, but maybe it'll be white. It's like a fun box. It's just a surprise. You never know what you're going to get.
Did you see what Lloyd's doing with the squares?
Okay. I'm eating it. Yeah. So.
It just causes a little echo.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, like, I can't get any closer. Cool.
Did you see what Lloyd's doing here? Did you see what Lloyd's doing here with the squares?
I was the one that commented that there's no way that doesn't.
Yeah, there's no way it
become a
goes poorly.
disorganized mess. Yes.
No doubt.
No doubt.
For sure.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, but they want to be a part of the mess. Come on, come roll in the mud with us.
Only
We
100.
want to go $5 a square. We want to raffle off a
That's
couple
an
of
appropriate
gear.
amount of money.
You like the $5?
I like the
Everybody likes the price
$5.
point. Business manager, you go with $5 a price point in the square. Okay, everybody good there. Might do the like a little early addition to the watch party coming up on Sunday where we raffle off the squares and begin that process. Just straight
Wait.
to
So
the
when
Venmo.
is that process? I gotta be right. I can't see anything. Can we? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It just sounds a little echoey.
Cool.
you sound great in the headphones. Tom Grading said he just Venmoed $10. Put it anywhere.
Oh, anywhere. I like that.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Random
about to
before we
ask.
go
That's what I was
random.
about to ask. So we are selling them. They're already
We're selling them
right now already.
But so we don't have the numbers drawn yet.
So we're not.
Okay, we don't have the numbers drawn
Well, I
yet.
didn't want to do it by myself
Yeah,
or with
you're
the
right,
roommates.
you're right, you're
I
right,
wanted to
you're
be a
right.
part of the show, so there's no tomfoolery.
I don't know if this is an on-the-air question or an off-the-air question, but I'm going to go with it.
Roll the dice.
I have not asked this, and everybody keeps asking me, and I don't know the answer. So, Lloyd, what is your situation? You were in Alexandria. Do you live in Baton Rouge now?
Oh, yeah.
Or do you live in this room?
That's the off-the-air question. Depends on how much we do in post-show.
Yeah. I guess I
A timer, a night or two, a night or two.
People want to know about you, Lloyd. People love
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
And
you
it's sort of
know?
an enigma in
We've had a lot
the
of questions
podcast
about
vein.
you.
Tired of seeing the back of your head.
That's right. They want to see these pearly whites, dude.
Everyone loves you. They're
Actually
like,
missing 2 teeth.
Yes. Remember,
squares are selling like hotcakes.
yeah, the squares are gone. I think.
They're like already
so
gone.
we will need to put our arms around the squares.
I like it.
Rivers hates it.
I love
Rivers
it.
shaking
Charge
her
of
head.
it, so-
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You got.
Well, I'm probably
you
gonna
give
need
your
some
hands on this. Hey, Rivers, can you do this for us?
I couldn't even draw the board. I had to ask my father to help me.
Tell him all the tools
Lloyd,
you pulled
next
out to
time
draw
you
the
need to do
board.
something, I'll bring Estelle over, and she can do
Yeah,
it for you.
oh,
you
dude,
know?
I was this close away from like going to FedEx. Like, I'm just gonna eat $50 on this and like get them to print it out for me. I was like looking online how to do this. Like, I can't do this, dude. I don't know how to do. So I shot like the Hail Mary text to my dad. I was like, "Hey, pops, you think you could do this?" He's like, "What?" I mean, yeah, I know how to draw 100 squares. I was like, "God damn it, dude!" And dude, it turned out he was starting. He was like, "It's actually kind of hard." And he's like, "I thought this would
could
take 10 minutes."
Yesterday, Lloyd was like, "You need anything from me?" I was like, "Lloyd, yeah, one project today, bro." I can see he was
I
like,
was trying to pawn it off on
he was
somebody.
kind of like, "Wait, whoa, I was about to leave. What is it?" I was like, "Make the board. Make the super board." I could see him like, "Oh shit, man, I should have never asked if you needed anything."
I'm
on
an
the way out."
ideas guy. I'm not an execution guy.
I think that's a situation in this room. We got a lot of ideas in this room.
We have 2 people
Not
that can
sure-
execute, and I'm
we
looking
might
at
have,
both
like,
of them.
An executor.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Keeping up with it.
Lloyd is.
Yeah.
People are buying spaces with it.
All right.
You gotta tell
we
us
have
if-
100.
You gotta tell us if the Venmos are 4 spaces.
Yes.
By the
Yeah.
way.
Yes.
If it's just a regular Venmo, we will not put it down. As
Yeah.
a
Oh,
space.
if you want to Venmo, you can just Venmo me the square money, and then I will be able to
that
sort
will
it out
all
that
make
way.
it back to us.
There's the Uncle Lloyd we
You
love.
know? Yeah.
Hey, I heard y'all talking about the Mattress Mac thing. I know we'll talk about it later, but I mean, that guy literally got off the plane, made the bet, got back on the plane.
Yep. Went to Colorado Springs, made the bet for $3.2 million, hopped back on the plane. And you know what? It's a great promotion. We've seen him do it a couple of times with
I
the
mean, did
local
we
teams.
need a mattress? I was thinking about that. Like, is there a reason we would need one? Like, this would be a good time to buy one.
Well, you know what? Lloyd's crashing on the
Lloyd's crashing on the
couch.
floor right
We've
now.
come full circle. Lloyd.
Exactly. Yeah,
on
Mattress Mac. You know, I'll do anything you need me to do. Just, you know, it just need to be a twin. I'm cool with a twin.
In the
There's a lot of Venmos happening.
in the we
I may
will
be
get
in- I
those.
may-
We'll handle it.
I'm
Squares
already-
aren't gonna make it to 750.
I'm already over my skis on this one.
We'll handle it. Yes, your first project was a fail. We might be having
No,
to
I'm
refund the
making
entire-
money here. What do you want? I'll call my guy Bob Sacamano.
Speaking of making money, Mattress Mac, what he is he is he's a master marketer.
Yes.
I mean, like, just think about.
So we have that in common.
Think about the promotions that Mattress Mac
gone.
has run,
All the squares are gone.
what are we
and
gonna do when we sell too many squares?
we have to make another board.
Okay, we'll have another board.
Make another board.
Lloyd, back on it.
The T-square.
Yes. I mean, really though. I mean, that's a good problem. We'll just keep making
It's a
boards.
great problem. It's
Keep
a great
making
problem.
boards.
He is an excellent marketer. So I was trying to think
Thank
of
you.
And
She's like, she's just holding up her email feed, and her email feed is just popping right now.
I was thinking,
no
so
panic, no
with
panic.
Mattress Mac and the Astros, like he had a connection to the Astros. Like he liked the Astros.
Yeah,
And
we
that
said
was why-
Houston.
That's why he did that whole thing with them. This is just to make money. Like, does he have a connection to either of these teams?
No, he has a connection to. I
Making
saw
money?
that marketing worked
Yeah,
around
he-
big time sporting events,
He has
and
a
I'm going to
connection to
capitalize
it
on
again.
this.
Making money.
Yes, because he's got something tied to both sides. It's almost like he's hedging his bet.
Right.
That's
Like,
exactly what he's doing.
I mean, so either way, he comes out a winner on this deal. I mean, like really, if I'm him, I'm almost like playing Tampa Bay plus the 3 on the side personally, and like collecting.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No matter
I mean,
what.
if you want to get real greasy on it,
Well, I
Mattress
think
Mac.
Well,
surely
yeah, he's already
people-
he's real greasy.
He was always going to do this. That was his. I think that was always
Yes.
his plan. But man,
It's a great. I mean, it's smart.
it's
It's happening. I mean, like it's all happening. It's kind of like what we're experiencing right now. I mean, it's just it's just it's happening
so fast.
It's an influx.
Yesterday, LSU baseball ranked number 9 in the country according to the USA Today preseason poll. That marks the 3rd straight year where LSU will open the season in the top 10. LSU is number 7 in collegiate baseball's poll and number 10 in Baseball America. LSU began preseason workouts last Friday and opened up the 2021 season on February 19th versus Air Force at Alec Box Stadium, Skip Bertman Field. Everybody's panicked, looking around the room. What's going on? Why is everybody nervous?
No. I was
Katie just plugged the Venmo again. I'm like, I don't think we need to plug the
no.
Venmo.
We are being weird. We're being weird. We're being.
Another board, I guess.
Yes.
I'm laughing because
If y'all want to make a board and send it in, that would be excellent. Outsource this project.
So yesterday,
Dad's got nights.
we told you about our giveaway from Johnson and Spillers.
Yes.
You're sending us in your bad date stories. We really appreciate it. So just a reminder, keep sending them in. You could win 20 units of Botox and a teeth whitening kit. So yesterday, we're doing this, and I bring up this story, and Jordy's like, let me see if I know. He knew the guy yacked in his mom's car. It was very funny. Heather was the girl.
Yes.
So she reached out afterwards.
Yeah. I did leave out something. I'm sorry. Are
Um,
you about to call me out on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
She said,
right.
she said she's getting a lot of messages about the date with Brandon. Congrats. She loves it. Definitely one she won't forget. But what Jordy happened to forget
All right,
that
Heather.
she was
All right, Rivers. I'm
your
starting to
date.
sweat a little bit.
And not only that, we have a photo.
What?
Bring it up.
What?
Do we have a photo?
Huh?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
So in a minute you're gonna see this beautiful
Jay's on
high
fire
school,
right now.
High
I am
school
on fire.
photo.
Nervous. Yes, it was high school, Rivers. I was 15 years old.
So Heather sent in a photo. So eventually you'll be able to see it. There he is.
Look at the hair on that guy,
Look
bro.
at the hair on that guy. Far right.
Look at the
Far
head.
right.
That's
Heather's
Brandon
there.
Bourgeois in the middle.
Okay, he yacked.
Good looking
About
cat.
2
Just
hours
stud,
later,
bro.
he yacked all over your mom's car.
He was riding shotgun, trying to steal my date. My date's sitting on his lap. He pukes on her in my car, in my mom's car. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so you're welcome. I just
Yes,
really
thanks,
wanted
Rivs.
to do that.
Thanks, Rivs.
I needed that to
Good
happen.
to see you. Glad you're early this morning. Ronnie Rance wants to stop by and give a motivational speak
Jumbo.
in Skip Bertman's voice.
I love it.
Here in a couple of minutes. So
It's
we're gonna do
Friday. I haven't looked at our prep document once.
that. Jamar Chase's dad's
Okay.
going to be here.
I knew
We've
that.
turned into a dad show.
Yes.
But we're coming with some heavy hitters. We had
Heavy
Burrow
hitters.
yesterday. We're going to have Jimmy this morning. 8:15, Booger McFarland, who's looking forward to talking to you again.
Yes.
8:30, Tee Brown is going to be in studio. He's the president of GMFS,
Cool.
which is a great local company here in South Louisiana. But they have been doing some really cool stuff in a calendar year filled with bad news. Right, everywhere you seem to look, it seemed like there was bad news coming at you in waves. GMFS and Tee Brown did some really cool stuff, especially here in the local area. We want to highlight that at 8:30 this morning. And then Shane Sigsby, the guy that we're talking about, Mattress Mac, was able to make the $3.2 million bet on the Tampa Bay Bucks. Sigsby was turned away from the glass for a $100,000 bet that he wanted to place on the Bucks, and he is turning it in to a public relations kiss for himself. He'll talk to us at 8:45 at the end of the show. It may be 9 a.m., so we may go a little longer here on this Friday. You good with that? Everybody good with that?
Yeah.
We're in it.
We're in and out here.
Yeah.
We got no rules.
Metropolitan Health Group brings us our coffee here every morning. Remember, Real Doctor, Real Solutions. Metropolitan Health Group, stop in. Charles Harvey.
You're
and
late
Jason
one day and
Ramazan.
nobody makes the coffee.
Yep. I knew that was going to happen.
Oh, I'm not a coffee guy. You're not a
No,
coffee
no.
guy. Nick drinks the coffee, so he's probably
Do you know
sad.
how to make coffee, Nick?
No.
Really?
We didn't even
Well,
change
A lot of
filter.
people don't now because we have so many machines that you can just do one cup.
Instant coffee.
Like a lot of people don't know
Yeah.
how to make coffee anymore.
I grew up with K-cups.
Yeah.
So like,
Give us one of those machines.
Yeah, we taught Katie how to make coffee, so she knows how
Okay.
now.
I'm gonna have to need a master class in coffee making.
Lloyd, you want to hook me up here on the Bluetooth?
Let's do it.
We're going
Let's see
Jamar
if,
Chase dad first.
We're gonna go Skip Bertman.
Oh,
Skip wants to call in.
Shout out Party Box Rob says he could print a few out for me. We got some more squares coming then.
Absolutely. Is Lloyd's email set up?
yes.
Lloyd at JordyCulottaShow.com.
And the password is
All right, let's see if we can't get in touch with Jumbo with Skip here on this Friday morning. It's always good to catch up with the legend who's been
Hello.
Coach. How are you?
How are-
We are
good.
live. We're live,
Guys.
Coach. Easy. I don't know if you and Sandy Bear are awake here, but we appreciate you taking a little time here this morning. How are you on this Friday?
Listen, I got one of these water beds that, because, I've got a bad back and a hip thing. So I got one of these water beds the other day. It's got the no wave, I can jump on one side and it doesn't move, see, on the other. It's great for in the middle of the night. You got to go to the bathroom or something. You got to get up. Nobody has to feel the movement of the water and wakes you up. So anyway, I got this water bed a few weeks ago, and I thought maybe it might spice up the old love life, between Sandy and I. And I had it 2 weeks, guys, and I've already nicknamed it the Dead Sea. It just hasn't worked at all. I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, great to talk to you, Gordy, and thanks for having me here.
Yeah, Coach, it's always great to talk to you as well. Baseball season right around the corner. Tigers look like they're loaded again. You're a master motivator. We could always use a little pump me up here. You reached out a couple of weeks ago when we had our life change a little bit. We appreciate that. Any words for the wise here on this Friday morning going into the weekend, Super Bowl weekend, Coach?
Well, listen, you guys do a great job. You got a great team. And look, when I won 5 national championships in 10 years, and Paul's only won 1. But listen, I've won 5, and it took a great team. I had a great team around me. And seems like you've got a great team there, Gordy, as well. You've got the little drummer boy does a great job for you. And the queen of Stark Vegas, she's a superstar. And that new sales girl, I need to meet her. But listen, I think you guys got a good group. I
Coach,
don't know how to
Lloyd,
watch.
huh? You remember Lloyd. Lloyd's on the team.
You got Lloyd the intern.
Full time now, Coach. Got
Wow, I didn't. That's a big move. I mean, he was in Alexandria selling watches a few weeks ago. I didn't know this was happening.
You don't recognize him without your laundry over his shoulder, do you?
I need the lawn cut.
Thanks for calling, Lloyd, to let me know you're in town. It's wonderful.
I knew you needed some errands run, so I had to get in and get out.
Yeah, right.
I just want to say, look, I think you got a great group. I don't know how to watch the show. I don't have the devil's internet or whatever, the YouTube. I don't know how that works, but because I'm more of a traditional AM/FM kind of guy. But the bottom line is I think it's going to be a great thing. I'm really excited for you. And don't know where the studio is. I know it's top secret, but wish you guys the best.
Coach, it's always great to hear from you. We will text you those directions, which means you may not get them. We'll come pick you up one morning and get you to the undisclosed
you need to
location.
just send them to Dan Canterbury. He drives me everywhere.
He absolutely does. Later, buddy. Always good to catch up with you.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Yes, indeed. Always good to hear from the skipper. There, Jumbo. Good
love
friend
that.
of the show, yes.
When's the last time you were on a waterbed?
Ooh, that was a wild night.
I mean, I probably haven't been on one since
since
I
a
was
kid.
little.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they seem cool when you're little.
so
I don't think I've ever been on a water.
Can you wet a waterbed?
So overrated.
Yeah.
Sure.
The sheets.
Sure.
Is water wet?
I've heard horror stories.
Yeah,
of
they seem
waterbeds.
neat as kids, but then like
Horror
as an
stories.
adult, can you
The
imagine?
practicality
Horror
factor is just
stories.
not there.
Yes. Doesn't make a lot of sense.
It's what you wanted though when you were young. You were just like, dude, a waterbed?
All right, going around
Oh,
the
you would
room.
probably get seasick, huh?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But kinda.
But kind of.
Depends on what we're doing.
Get me out of here, man. This is too much. Going around the room, the Bucks are +3. Kansas City is favored to win by 3 points by a field goal. Who do you like on Sunday, Rivers?
The Bucks.
You like the Bucks. Katie? Same.
The over.
With team.
We're gonna go pro Bucks room here.
The over.
Pro
We're gonna
Bucks?
go Bucks.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the fence, but I think Brady's gonna.
Oh, God.
Nobody. I
Too
mean,
many
All right, I'm putting in the Chiefs right now.
Yeah,
Put in
Mikey,
the Chiefs.
Mikey likes the Bucks too. He likes
It's not even that I think the Bucks are gonna win. It's just Tom Brady.
Yeah.
it's Tom Brady.
Like it's not the Bucks.
I don't care anything about the Bucks.
So
it is
it's
Tom Brady.
unanimous, the Bucks.
I'm
I
still back and forth.
I thought I kind of
Did we
thought I
convince
was,
you to-
I was zagging while everybody was zigging.
But I thought the overall wave was that the Chiefs were like the favorite team.
I mean,
Like,
I'll tell you what happened to me is as soon as the AFC Championship happened, I went heavy on the Chiefs for the Super Bowl, and then as the day has progressed and it's getting closer, I reversed my bet.
Has the line moved?
No,
At all? Yeah, it just
it
stayed steady at
it's
3.
steady at 3. But after watching the Chiefs play, I was like, oh, they're gonna run away with it. And then as the day has gone by, I was like, Tom Brady, I'm an idiot. I'm gonna go the other way. So now I've middled myself and
you're dead.
just bet the
You're
over.
dead. You might as well tell Katie to send the tweet out at this point.
You're done. So I haven't bet the game yet. I've just bet
Lloyd.
the over. Yeah.
Well, we
Yes.
haven't talked about this, and I keep saying I'm going to talk about it all week. And then now, of course, now that I want to, I don't have the link pulled up. But there is a guy out there. I'll get his name for you, and he has a crazy story as far as like betting on the Bucks. He, after last year's Super Bowl, he was like, right after, he was like, you know what? I don't think Tom Brady's staying with the Patriots. And so he
This
made
story
it.
is
So he
incredible.
made
Where
it.
is this
So
story?
it's
I
he
gotta
started
find this
there.
for
He
us. Where
started
is
there. It's in the document somewhere.
Okay.
I mean, I
Today?
don't know what day. Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
good.
Just
A
somewhere.
document.
In a document.
You go Wednesday, I'll go Thursday.
I got you.
He makes
Not
that
on
bet
Friday.
first. He makes that bet first. He's like, I don't think he's staying with the Bucks. So he puts whatever money down on that. I mean, not Bucks, the Patriots. Then he goes, you know what though? I kind of think he's going to the Bucks.
How about this guy?
I think he's going to go to the Bucks. So he puts money down on that. This is before it's all happened, obviously. And then he's like, I'm feeling so confident in all this. He calls one of his buddies. He's like a professional gambler. He calls one of his other professional gambler buddies and is like, I really believe Brady's going there and they're going to win the Super Bowl.
How do you get on that text chain?
And he convinces his buddy, and they put up, I might be making this number up, but I think it was like $11,000 on the Bucks to win
Future?
the Super Bowl before Brady is even on the team.
Bro, you know how much this,
So I don't know. We'll have to
gotta
find.
you
We'll
hedge
find the
that, huh?
link.
I mean, you
Yes.
hedge that a ton.
We'll find that link. But I mean, this guy is incredible. Like,
Dude, that ticket is staring Vegas in the face. There's like, who is this guy? Who did this?
who did this?
how many times have they called that guy to see if they can't insure that bet?
Oh,
Yes,
for sure.
Yes,
Like,
that's what Kevin was saying.
We'll pay
Yeah.
you. We'll
Yeah,
pay
you want
you
to get out
X.
of it? You want to get out of it
We'll
now?
pay you X.
Do you? So
No.
well, I'm just.
Hell no.
But I'm just like, at this point, like, you've made it this far. Like, what are they going to pay you for that? Like, do you think it would
you
be
have to
worth
find,
it?
You have to find the odds.
Yeah,
that
you
were
got to
pre-
find the
you
odds.
gotta-
It's not on Thursdays.
Okay, I'll find it somewhere.
Yes,
and
but
we'll.
we have to tell that story because once you get to, I would say, I mean, when he starts to make the playoff run, Vegas has got to start thinking, oh,
they're
shit.
It's like it's the guess the case game, like deal or no deal. At that point, they're
Yeah.
going like they're picking up the phone. Do you want this? And he's like, no, I know what case I have.
Yeesh. Daily, we're brought to you by AdvanaClean. If you wake up this morning and you feel water on your socks because it's in the carpet, you smell fire, you see mold, you can get in touch with AdvanaClean. It's very easy. It's a one-step process if you get in touch with Bradley Lynch and the crew over there. They're online at advantaclean.com. AdvanaClean. Get in touch with Bradley Lynch and his crew today. I tell you the story. It was Christmas Day. I saw water on the ceiling. I sent a snapshot to Lynch and his crew on Christmas morning. By noon, before noon, he was at the house. I mean, it was like 45 minutes later. He was here on Christmas Day, diagnosing the problem, tell me what I needed, tell me what had gone on, saying that he can work with the insurance company. One call, it's done. It's going to be a terrible process if you have to get in touch with Lynch, but if you do, have the peace of mind that he'll take care of all of it. AdvanaClean, advanaclean.com. What's the details on that?
Mark
Let's see how much of this
DeRosa.
I got correct.
All right.
Yeah, Mark DeRosa is our guy. That he didn't return, so the market was really way off. That's the first quote in this story. I'm just kind of skimming it. But yeah,
So that was the first one. So that was that was him. His initial I didn't think he was going back to the Patriots. I thought he was going to the Bucks. So, but they was like, what'd you say, 75% chance that he was going back to the
that
Patriots.
he was going back. Yeah, and he thought like there's no way. And then he said his last quote is said we had about 11,000 or so to win 400,000 on the NFC
Good,
Championship. And he said then we've got another 8,000 or 9,000 to win the Super Bowl. It's 60 to
So
1.
he's 20.
Just kidding. So even
He's
more.
already cashed a ticket.
Yeesh.
He cashed
Yes,
that
he's already
11K.
cashed one. He put 11,000 on the NFC
So, okay, so I
Championship.
missed a step,
Now
yeah.
he's got 9 on the Super Bowl.
And a lot to play with.
Oh my goodness, man! What a story. All right, I'm calling Jamar Chase Sr. here. Jimmy Chase. All right, we should be ringing.
I'll get some happy. Do you like the
I
rain?
kind of like it.
Yeah.
Me too.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Hey, Jordy.
Jimmy, we're live. Easy,
Jimmy.
easy. We're live now. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How you doing?
But it's a new platform, Jimmy. We can cuss a little bit, so when you tell those stories, we don't have to beep it out, brother. Man, I have missed watching your son play football. How is he?
Oh, he's good, but I'm in the same boat, but I miss it too.
I know you do, man. I know you do. What was this season like for the Chases? Because let's start with you, because if our audience does not know, this is Jimmy Chase, Jamar's dad, the best wide receiver in the NFL draft, the best wide receiver that college football saw in 2019, and Jimmy loves it. Every time you see him, he's got purple and gold on. He's got the hat on with the number 7 on the side. He doesn't miss a practice. He doesn't miss a game. So I know that this past season had to pull at you every Saturday. What was that experience like?
Well, we kind of did a family thing at home, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
We watched TV with Jamal. We watched the games with Jamal because we was all having our moments, so we all just watched it together as a family. And we was pulling for the Tigers, man. We all in with the Tigers. When
you saw the struggles, was there ever a sense of, man, we may have made the right decision?
At times it was, but at other times it was like we had to stop Jamal from running out the door. He wanted to go run and get on the field during the game.
I bet.
It was like, yeah, it was touch and go for a minute. It was real hard watching all of that.
What was Saturdays like for him? How was that for him?
It was a little rough in the beginning. This was his first time not playing football, like, in his life, like playing for a season, So, we had to get him to understand, it's a business also. You're going to another level, and sometimes you have to make tough decisions, and, you got to stick with your decision.
How do you keep a finely tuned athlete at his level on top of his skill without the competition? How did he keep himself ready to go without the games every Saturday? Because I know that from a mental standpoint, that does a lot to clarify where you are in your training.
Right. Well, what he did was after he would watch the game, he would go and work out. Because he said, like, every time they play, he had to do something to simulate him playing, So he would work out in the beginning of the season. We had to manage him because we didn't want him to work out too much and overdo it, So we managed him in the first half of the season where he didn't work out as much, only like on the weekends. And then towards the end of the season, he really started picking up his regiment and like taking it to another level. But the season really helped him because mentally, he watched the games and he was calling the plays like before they happened. Like, I'm listening to this dude, like, did Terrence need to do this? They're about to do this to Terrence. And Racing need to go over here and do this. And, he was just calling out the plays before it even happened. Yeah. I was like, wow, this is amazing.
What was his relationship like with his teammates? What was his conversations like with guys like Terrace Marshall and guys like Racy? I know that those guys look to him as a good friend, and some of them look to him as a mentor and a leader. What was his relationship like with the group within the season?
Well, from my understanding, he talked to them before the game, and after the game, they were the first one that he called. I mean, they called him first after the game. So he stayed in contact with his guys. He talked to them all the time. And, they were just bouncing stuff off of each other. He was guiding them through the whole process. I thought that was real cool, like, because after the game, he would disappear, and the game is just over with, and he's on the phone with the receiving corps, talking to him. That was cool.
Man, he was so great 2 years ago. What was the process like, Jimmy? What was crazier, recruiting for college football or representation trying to recruit you for the next level?
No, recruiting for college took the case, but because that gave me the wherewithal to deal with the agent thing. You know, I didn't entertain a whole bunch of people because everybody was like singing the same Campbell Soup song.
Yeah.
You know, so I watched everybody from a distance. I did my little research and I took a handful of guys and processed them, and then that made my little pick easy. I didn't want to do that whole song and dance thing like we did with the college recruit. You know?
I don't have him getting out of the top 3. Are you hearing the same thing? I mean, he should be off the board pretty quick, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing too. But you know, it's like a wait and see approach. You know, top 3, top 5, somewhere in there. I know he's not going to pass Cincinnati. I know that.
How incredible would that be if he linked back up with Joe? We talked to Jimmy yesterday and just pitched the scenario, and you could hear how giddy he got at the possibility. I mean, they gotta find some protection for Burrow, but if they give him Jamar Chase, right. I mean, it's on.
Right.
Run it back.
I've been thinking about them a lot too. You know, they've been crossing my mind. You know, the Barrows. You know, we had a good time with them. I'm like, man, what would that be like to hook up with them again in Cincinnati? You know.
How much do you use guys like Jimmy or people that have been in this situation for counsel? I know that there's a lot of people around you in New Orleans who have experienced success at the highest level. How much do you tap into those relationships to just kind of get some guidance in a place that you've never been?
Well, I use it a lot. You know, I'm always picking people's brains, you know, because like everything we do is like new territory, you know, and that's what I try to get Jamar to understand. Like, Jamar, this never happened before in the history of college football, all right? So I don't know what to do, and you don't know what to do. We just have to sit still and, you know, go through the process, you know?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was like, anything could happen, you know? Anything could happen.
Where is he now? What's going on with him now?
He's out in Dallas. He's training. He's been out there since November. And, you know, they just created a monster because he's sitting back, listening to everything, what everybody's saying, taking it all in, watching a Heisman Trophy winner. Yeah. You know, it's so funny. Like, he did everything that Jamar did last year.
That's right.
And he won the Heisman Trophy.
That's right.
So why Jamar didn't get the Heisman Trophy, he did the same thing, you know. But when I look at it, it's all good. I know we had Joe in a way, but Jamar did more with less. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Jamar caught 84 balls. He had 110 balls. And Jamar did more with what he did with the catches that he had. But it's all good. You know, it's football. Records are meant to be broken. You know, it is what it is.
Coach, once those two get on the same field and work out together in front of everyone, it will be as clear as day who the better prospect is. I mean, and that is not a knock on Speedy.
Right.
That's not a knock on Devontae because he's not going to make it out of the top 10 either. I mean, he's going to be scooped up. But when it comes to just that guy versus that guy, Jamar Chase is clear in a way the better prospect. And to me, and I'm biased, it's really not close. It's really not close.
I mean, I say it's kind of close, but it's not that close. Mm-hmm. Okay. But this is the thing. No one has seen Jamar in a while. Mm-hmm. And once they see him, okay, I see him all the time, and I'm like, what the hell going on with you? You know what I'm saying? He's jacked. He looks jacked right now, okay? And he tells me he's feeling good and everything is fine. And, you know, once he sees some competition, he hasn't seen competition in a while, trust me. No. He's gonna do his thing.
I believe you. I believe you. You got a great relationship. You've had a great relationship with Ed Ogeron. What has some of your chats been like with him, or where does that stand going into the draft?
We haven't had that much communication because he's been trying to get his little staff together. We talked a couple of times before, but everything is good. You know, everybody's kind of like in their own little thing, doing what they have to do. You know, we've been focused on Jamar training and, you know, how we're going to do the combine thing. And Coach been focused on getting his little staff together. So we're all good.
I talked to Jay Roth yesterday and told him that I was going to have you on this morning, and he was talking about watching Jamar grow. Can you give people an idea of, because he's always been tabbed as the best, right? I mean, like when he was a junior, he was the best underclassman. When he was a senior, he was the best. He was the best wide receiver and the best player in the country, the best wide receiver in the country. But just how you've seen him kind of develop into where he is now, and I know guys like Jay Roth have had a big influence on that.
Jay Roth had a big influence. You know, I used to, you know, as a father, it used to kill me because I had to go to Jay Roth. I would tell Jamal what to do, and he was like, "No, Coach Roth said do this." I'm like, "What?" You know, you see, you know, people don't understand. Like we was on when Jamal was in high school, and we used to go to these camps, right? And I had to go to Coach Roth, and I told him, I said, "Coach Roth, look, my son plays wide receiver, and you like to run the ball. I said, I'm not going to change your game plan or what you do, but I need to get some exposure for my son." And he was like, "Jamal could do all of that. He just don't need to miss my practice." And I was like, "Okay, Coach, fine." And once that happened, people don't understand. Jamal would go to practice first before he would go to a camp, right? Oh, yeah. 5 o'clock in the morning, pitch dark outside. He'd go to his practice, leave practice, then we would go to the camp. He wasn't missing no practice. And Coach Roth instilled that work ethic in Jamal, and he still has that today, where people don't understand. Jamal loves to work out. You know what I'm saying? He loved the weights, and that's what's taking him to the next level, man.
I know he is
Thank you, Coach Roth.
Absolutely, 100%. I know he is a quiet assassin. Is the former Biletnikoff winner and former dominant wide receiver in college football. Send him our best. Tell him congratulations on all the success. And Jimmy, y'all go get all of it, man. Thank you for stopping by this morning. It's great to hear from you.
Appreciate you, Jordy. Call me anytime, man. No problem.
Yes, sir. We'll do it. Thank you. There's Jimmy Chase checking in from New Orleans this morning. A conversation brought to you by Rhett Bourgeois and RMB Builders. Remember, RMB Builders is online at rmb-builders.com. You can call them at 921-70, or you can get in touch with them online. Get in touch with Rhett if you need custom home building. If you need residential or commercial, you can get in touch with Rhett Bourgeois at RMB Builders, rmbuilders.com. McFarland here on the Jordy Culotta Show, by Go Chevrolet. The Jordy Culotta Show is powered every day by Go Chevrolet, online at GEAUXchevrolet.com, located in LaPlace, Louisiana, with the greatest selections of new and used Chevrolet vehicle inventory. Over in LaPlace at Go Chevrolet, they have the latest models in stock. They provide financial assistance to both new and used car customers. Stop in today. It's a convenient stop, whether you're going to New Orleans or coming from New Orleans to Baton Rouge. Carney and Nick Richard at Go Chevrolet, online at GEAUXchevrolet.com. If you have water, mold, or fire damage, you need to get in touch with Advana Clean today. I tell the story all the time. On Christmas Day, I woke up with what I thought was water damage in a room. I gave my friend Bradley Lynch a call at 225-369-5228. And on Christmas Day, 20 minutes later, Bradley was at the house diagnosing the problem, and he was back with his team to clean it up. Find out for yourself online at advanaclean.com.
That's advanaclean.com. ADVANTA clean.com.
Johnson and Spiller's Dentistry with 2 locations, one in Gonzales and one in Baton Rouge. Stop in to see them today. They provide the highest quality of dental treatment in a relaxed and professional atmosphere. They also offer Botox and teeth whitening. 2 locations, Baton Rouge and Gonzales, online at johnsonspillers.com. Lanois Agency, online at LANOIXagency.com, helping you today with Baton Rouge auto insurance, home insurance, flood insurance, or business insurance. Get in touch with Randy, Brian, and David, 749-5640, or you can shop them online at LANOIXagency.com. This is a personal testimony from me. They handle all of my insurance, whether it's my home, auto, flood insurance, business insurance. They're the best, man. They're my insurance agent, but they're my friends first. Online at LANOIXagency.com.
Nope.
No, it's
Welcome back here to the Jordy Culotta Show, presented by Ghost Chevrolet. As daily, we're brought to you by Ghost Chevrolet. Appreciate Coach Jamar Chase, or Jimmy Chase, stopping by. Jamar Chase's dad. In our last segment, we heard from Jumbo. We'll talk to Shane Sisler coming up here at the end of the hour as we talk gambling here on the Jordy Culotta Show. But the Super Bowl is this weekend. It is in Tampa Bay, and I love our next guest, as he has been a great friend and a mentor to me coming up in media. And I got to give him credit, because where we were last, he said it about 10 weeks ago that Tampa Bay was going to get set up and play in the Super Bowl. It wouldn't be his first visit here on the Jordy Culotta Show if it was on a bad sell. Sounds like he's got us going through the Bluetooth. Booger McFarland's joining us. How are you?
Hey, man, relax. Just lay low. Work the connection.
Just testing those audio levels.
Yeah, we're all good, buddy. What's happening?
We're going good, man. We're getting ready for Super Sunday. How's Tampa?
Tampa's a little different right now. It's not what you would normally expect in a Super Bowl, but we're making it, and hopefully Tom Brady and the Buccaneers can continue to make it the way they did in New Orleans a couple weeks ago.
You called it, Boog. You said this was going to happen. How did you know Brady and the Bucs are going to be playing great right now?
Well, first of all, it was a lucky guess. I don't want to come on here and sound like I knew everything and I need to start gambling. But, the thing that you do know about Tom Brady throughout his career is he came from New England. And in New England, they preach get better all year. Like, no matter how we start, we're going to get better. Bill Belichick looks at the first month of the season as the preseason, and they get better and better and better. And I knew he was going to bring that mentality to Tampa, and this team's got a lot of talent. And barring a significant injury, they were going to get better and better and better, and they did. And would it be good enough to get to the Super Bowl? I thought it would be. And lo and behold, here we are. Now, with that being said, they have their most challenging task ever, going up against Patrick Mahomes. They've played him once already, so there's tape out there. So I think that can be both a gift and a curse for the Bucs. So they got to figure out a way to slow Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce down.
What was the difference on Brady and the offense to where they are now?
I think some of it was continuity, Jordy. Some of it was just getting to know your guy better. I mean, just to think about, even going back to when you and T-Bob did a show. I mean, to think about your first show compared to some of the later ones you did. The chemistry's better. You know each other better. And now that you got Rivers sitting there next to you, I mean, you guys are going to kind of keep rolling. So it's about getting to know people, the continuity, the chemistry, learning on the job, and just getting better at your craft.
How good is Kansas City, and what part of the Chiefs are we overlooking?
The Chiefs are great. Their offensive line isn't great, but Patrick Mahomes makes up for that. Their defense has been opportunistic, but it hasn't been great. So I think, everybody around the country broke this game around 6 different ways. So I'm not going to sit up here and give you anything you haven't heard. Here's what I will say. The Chiefs are not unbeatable. They have the best player playing the most important position, but they are far from unbeatable. And if they don't play, if Patrick Mahomes doesn't play his best football game, they'll lose. Because if you go man for man, the Buccaneers have the better players, but Kansas City has the better scheme, the better team, and the better quarterback.
What about Andy Reid? What does this mean for him? I mean, last year was kind of he had to get the first one. What's he coaching for now?
Legacy. He's coaching for Patrick Mahomes. He's coaching to just continue being creative. It's crazy because I call him Big Red. Big Red has kind of changed and morphed into what he is now, because he used to be this big West Coast guy. Now he's something different, and he's basically changed into this Patrick Mahomes whisperer. So I'm going to do any and everything to help Patrick Mahomes become the best quarterback he can, and he's done that. And so, you got to give him a lot of credit. He's morphed into what he is now, And, for Kansas City to be playing and clicking on all cylinders, it's definitely a testament to Andy Reid and his ability to change and morph into what he's doing now.
I don't feel sorry for y'all in Tampa Bay. Y'all have the Stanley Cup. Y'all went to the World Series, and now you're playing in the Super Bowl in your own town. But it is kind of crappy that the city can't experience this, right? What's the mood like over there?
I mean, the mood is kind of docile. I mean, it's not a Super Bowl mood. You expect parties and a bunch of hanging out. There's really been none of that. I mean, and that's affecting even myself at work. Normally, ESPN will put their set in the middle of all the action, and you would have fans around it. They got up so far from the stadium because they want to be in a very kind of enclosed environment where a lot of people can't get to. So it's affecting everyone. But you know what, man? Hey, after 2020 and everything we had to deal with, we'll be okay. The Super Bowl is going to kick off, and everybody's going to watch it. It'll probably be 50 million people watching this game just because of the intrigue. Can Brady keep it close? Can Mahomes beat the GOAT? I'm sure there's going to be some people out there. They're going to be watching the Super Bowl with big goats and baby goats so they can film them and all kind of crap, man. But I'll take it. Don't want to do it again next year, but I'll definitely take it this year.
Booger McFarland, one of the faces and voices of the NFL and college football for ESPN, a great friend of our show here on the Jordy Culotta Show, presented by Go Chevrolet. Brady's doing this for the 10th time. You played in the NFL for a while. You got two Super Bowl rings. Can you put into perspective what Tom Brady is doing and how good he is? I mean, you talked about legacy for Andy Reid. It's the 10th time he's played in a Super Bowl. They've only played 55 of these things, and now he's doing it with a new team. What does this mean for Tom Brady?
Well, it just shows you the level of consistency and lack of being satisfied that Tom Brady has. How many of us will be satisfied with one or two? Like Tom Brady's nowhere near satisfied, and so I just think you got to give him a lot of credit for being where he is right now. And for me, here's the way I look at it: he's on number 10, and so just because he's on number 10 doesn't mean that he's satisfied. He's telling everyone, "I'm not satisfied." Okay, it's not something that. And they ever told you look like Booger McFarland?
Did that guy just say that somebody tell you look like Booger McFarland? Did that just happen? Oh my God! What just happened?
Live radio.
Okay, yeah, live radio. I'm trying to pick my coffee order up, and the guy, I told him to be quiet, but he still wants to talk.
Did he say that somebody else tell you that you look like Booger McFarland?
Exactly. This is after I gave him the be quiet sign, okay? And he still said that. But yeah, listen, it's a remarkable feat. I don't think it's ever going to be surpassed ever. We're going to focus on winning 7 or winning 6 and having an opportunity to win 7. But let's just marvel at going to 10. Like, that's a record that I'm going to say right now, and you can save the tape, will never, ever, ever be broken.
Do you think he's going to win it?
I think he's going to win. I think it's 37-31 Bucks. Yeah.
What about Devin White in this defense?
They got to play well, man. Like, it's no secret. In big games, your best players got to play well. Devin White's one of their best players. He's got to play well. I think he will.
Mm-hmm.
I think that him and Levante David, this defense is built around funneling stuff to the linebackers. And so he and Levante David have got to play well.
Do you know anything about Durante Jones, LSU's newest defensive coordinator hire? He's been in the NFL for a long time.
Yeah, he's been around for a while. Comes highly recommended. He's a teacher. And I think when you come off a year when you hire Bo Pelini, who's a former head coach, who is used to doing things his way, and you put that in 2020 with the pandemic and a year of social change and unrest and Black Lives Matter and everything that went on, I think Durante is exactly what LSU needed. They needed a teacher.
Yeah.
They needed a young guy, a guy that could stand in front of the room. And I don't minimize the fact that he's a young African-American coordinator, and LSU hadn't had a lot of those.
Yeah.
And so for him to get the job, or him to hire and Ed to hire Andre Carter as a defensive line coach, now you've got an explosion of youth and African-American youth in LSU's coaching room. And to me, that's going to help on the field. That's going to help off the field with recruiting. I think he and Andre are 2 home run hires, man.
Andre Carter looks like he could get 10 sacks this year, like now. He still looks like he can play.
Yeah, and that'll pay dividends when you got to get out there and demonstrate. But, hey, trust me, once you get to a certain age, you don't have any more snaps in you.
That's when you just hit the Peloton.
You're doing a Peloton. Hey, what'd you make of Sean Payton's comments the other day about what the future may hold in New Orleans?
I think Sean's trying to figure it out, man. Sean is very transparent. Sean doesn't do a lot of BSing. I think it's going to be an open competition between Taysom and Drew Brees. Taysom and Jameis Winston. And we're all assuming Drew Brees is going to retire.
Sure.
So I'm going to go down that road also.
Yep.
So I think that's going to be the open competition. And Sean is going to have to put his money where his mouth is, because he's told us for years that he believes that Taysom Hill can be Steve Young. Well, he paid him like that, so now he's got to be able to show up and coach him and get Taysom to be a starting quarterback in this league.
Boog, have a great weekend. I can only imagine how cool it is to be in Tampa Bay and be a name like Booger McFarland with all the glory that you've experienced in that town and Tampa Bay, playing in the Super Bowl this weekend while you represent ESPN. It's got to be pretty cool. Thank you for scratching 15 minutes out for us this morning. It's good to catch up with you.
Well, it's fun, and congrats on the new show, first of all.
Thank you.
If Rivers is going to sit in the little couch next to you, we got to get Rivers to
get in
prepare
here
just a little more.
Well, no. To be fair, my mic was not working for your interview.
We were doing some technical stuff while you were going.
Yep.
Yes, I'm not necessarily talking about the technical stuff. I watched you guys on YouTube.
Oh, thanks, Booger.
Yes, I did watch you guys on YouTube, and it almost looked like Jordy came from the golf course and Rivers had just woke up.
Those things might be true.
That's about true.
Okay, well, hey, listen. But in all seriousness, guys, congrats. Keep it going. Anytime I can help you guys, let me know.
Thank you,
Thank
big fella.
you, Booger.
Thank you,
Thanks,
big fella.
Boog.
Have a great weekend.
Yes,
There he is,
sir.
Booger McFarland, checking in from Tampa Bay as it is Super Bowl, the big weekend, Super Bowl 55. Daily, we are brought to you here on the Jordy Culotta Show by Lanois Insurance Agency, LANOIX agency.com. Remember, get in touch with the Lanois about your auto insurance, business insurance, flood insurance. If you need any insurance, auto insurance, home insurance, you can get in touch with Randy, Brian, David, 749-5640. This is a personal testimony. They handle all of my insurance. I'd go nowhere else. They're my friends first. Get online and get in touch with Mr. Randy. He started the business a long time ago, passed it on to the boys, and they carry on the good name. LANOIX agency.com is the website. You can call them at 749-5640. When we come back, speaking of good vibes, Tee Brown of GMFS, in a year that has been filled with bad news. It seems like every corner that you turned, it didn't matter if you were in the sports world, the mainstream news world, the news was always coming at you in waves of bad. GMFS, Tee Brown, and his crew over there are doing something really cool right here in our community that I just learned about earlier this week, and I said, we've got to promote that. We've got to tell everybody about that's happening. He's going to sit down in our chair next here on the Jordy Culotta Show when we come back. That is presented and driven every single day by Go Chevrolet. When you're involved in a motor vehicle accident, you shouldn't have to settle for the same old medical treatment. You got a choice, and the choice is simple. Choose Metropolitan Health Group. For all your personal injury needs, real doctors and real solutions to help you get back on the road to recovery. Metropolitan Health Group. The next time you're in the market for a custom home, remember Rhett Bourgeois and RMB Builders. They're online at rmb-builders.com. If you want testimonies or pictures of the fantastic work, check them out online or on social media. Their handle is at RMB Builders LLC. They're licensed for both commercial and residential construction, offering new construction and remodeling to Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas. Remember RMB Builders online at rmb-builders.com.
Hey, this is Katie with the Jordy Culotta Show. We appreciate everyone's support. If you want in, email me at katie@jordyculotta.com.
Go Chevrolet. Lee Carney and Nick Richard opened up their new dealership on Airline Highway in LaPlace, Louisiana, and they bring you the Jordy Culotta Show every single day. Stop in and see Lee and Nick today in LaPlace, Louisiana when you're looking for a brand new Chevrolet or used car inventory. You can shop it all online at GEAUXChevrolet.com. Go Chevrolet, Airline Highway in LaPlace. Make sure and subscribe to the podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Apple, Spotify, Amazon. We're there. Daily brought to you by RMB Builders. Shout out to Rhett Bourgeois and the crew. RMB-Builders.com. Get to the Jordy Culotta Show podcast. Daily brought to you by RMB Builders.
Remember to follow the Jordy Culotta Show on social media. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Culotta Show, and on Facebook, facebook.com/Culotta Show.
What's up, guys? We've got some fire merch at our Red Stick Sports store, jordy.itemorder.com. You can get all the Jordy Culotta Show merch. We even got stuff for the kids, man. jordy.itemorder.com.
Nice. Appreciate everybody's watching in YouTube. Got 400 of you there that I'm looking at right now.
Hit that
over
like
on
button.
Facebook. Make sure you're liking and sharing. You're on. We're on Facebook and YouTube this morning. Appreciate you being out there. We're brought to you daily by Go Chevrolet. Our next guest is the president and CEO of GMFS, which is a great local company here. A very very well respected, very well respected. Yes,
so respected.
That's right. The president and CEO. Watch the light there.
Say the Greek alphabet backwards.
Yes, that's right. Tell no one of what you've seen, anyone you've met, anything that you've seen outside. That is Tee Brown, the president of GMFS, that we have welcomed into the Undisclosed Location. Thank you, sir. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Jordy.
Yes.
This is great. Love your studio.
Thank you for coming out here. We appreciate your confidentiality and your silence, as no one knows where we are, and we'll keep it that way. What a year it's been. We met earlier this week, and I want to highlight something that you guys have been doing over at GMFS. But before we get there, we've talked to people in different sectors, whether it be within sports or within politics here, since we've been doing this show for the last 2 weeks, and everybody's got a story on how they've been affected, whether it be business, personally, over the last year. How has it affected you and your company just this last year of how we've lived?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're coming up on 1 year. Yeah. I guess it was March 16th for us when we realized that we needed to move to kind of remote. And so we had 200 employees that were in our operations center on Monday the 15th. I think it was Monday the 15th. And we pretty much moved everybody, 180 of them, back to their homes and, working remotely, which was something that gave us a lot of concern. Like,
Yeah.
we're going to be able to be as productive. And during this time, interest rates dropped significantly and demand for refinances, increased. And so we had a significant surge in business. And so what we found is that one, people were able to be very productive from home. We have a lot of folks that work, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes from our office. And now all of a sudden they're not having to have that commute and have to deal with, getting up, fighting the traffic and so on. So they actually started working more hours and we became more productive. And, and it's one of those things for us. It's kind of like what our business was good, right? Mm-hmm. We were one of the few industries that were, really thriving during this in a very unfortunate situation because people were taking advantage of the low interest rates. And so we felt an obligation as an organization to do things that could help the community and help the industries that were struggling the most. And certainly we all know that the restaurant industry was one that was, so significantly impacted, just, completely shut down. for a month or a month and a half, and then brought in to 25 and then 50% capacity, and they're trying to reinvent themselves and to-go orders and all of that. And so we began a process of supporting some of the charitable organizations with food from various restaurants, and that's been something that we've done consistently over the course of the last 10 months, and it's been something that's given us a lot of good feel for that, and done some good work. We've all gained weight as a result of it. But it's been a hearty weight gain. But so it's for us, it's we've been our tagline is changing lives, and it's not something that we take lighthearted. I mean, it's not just just change a life. And first and foremost, we start with, how do we change the lives of our employees, right? How do we make the lives of our employees better and for them and their families? And in doing so, does that, we then want that to carry on to our customers and our communities to make sure that we're doing all we can, because a thriving community is very significant benefit for our industry and, for what we do. Home values, increase, and more people are able to buy homes and refinance their homes. So
we're on YouTube and people are watching live, and people are commenting on how GMFS has changed their lives and what a great company is. Can you tell us, as a local business that's so well recognized within our community, the tie that sports means to business, particularly within South Louisiana? Because you saw, I mean, if you look at the back-to-back football seasons you had the highest of highs, and then you had an unexpected, just you couldn't plan for what was going on. As a business owner, how does that affect everyday life in our community?
I will tell you, LSU sports, or the Saints, or the team that you are passionate about. I mean, that Monday morning, if you've had the victory that you've wanted, there's a little more vibe, right? There's just, people are excited, and to the flip side, if you're in a situation where your team has lost, and certainly the 19 high, right? 19 was just, I mean, people are walking around and going out more, just, feeling great about themselves and great about where things are going. And then you get the pandemic, and you get the football season that we had, and the uncertainty, all of that surrounded it. And it just, people kind of became a little blasé about it. They were kind of like, well, I can't go to the game. I can't tailgate. We really can't do anything, I guess, oh well.
Right.
But no, sports, I mean, certainly in South Louisiana, whether it's high school or college or pros, I mean, it's ingrained into the blood of the people in this area.
So one of the responses, it seemed like individually from everybody, was kind of to recoil and really kind of saying to save and not step out and not do anything. And one of the pieces of the population that was affected most, that I'd imagine everybody would probably forget about, would be the homeless.
Yes.
Right? And you guys have spearheaded a great campaign that has included helping the homeless over this last year, which I'd imagine means a ton to them.
Well, it's one of the first things that we did when the pandemic happened. We got together as a group and said, what area of our community is going to be most impacted, and and it became pretty resounding, unanimous decision that the homeless, right? I mean, because everybody does, everybody goes inside. They're worried about COVID, and they don't want to get out, and so serving, doing nonprofits and serving the homeless, it was something that a lot of people took a pullback from. And so we teamed up in March with City Pork, with the Patrick Valuza and Stephen Hightower, and for 2 weeks they served and we financed and they actually did a reduction in their costs. So we were able to serve 600 meals per day to St. Vincent de Paul in order to feed the homeless, 300 lunch and 300 dinners. We are just now completing another project with Monjuni's, with Jimmy Rosso at Monjuni's, where on Tuesdays and Thursdays he's bringing 300 meals for lunch for the homeless, just to continue to give that an extra lift for them. Just to, for them, for all the volunteers, it gives them a little bit of a break, right? They don't have to be for those days preparing the meal, and for those that are less fortunate, it gives them something a little different, something to look forward to. I'll tell you, the 2 weeks that we were doing it with City Pork. The City Pork truck would pull up and people were just clapping.
Like Santa's sleigh coming down the street.
Yeah,
right?
it was
I'm sure.
great.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
it was really touching, and certainly those things. I mean, we do it for the benefit, but also it gives us a great sense of pride and self, appreciation for it.
Absolutely. GMFS, Tee Brown joining us here on set at the Undisclosed Location this morning. 6 Tigers playing in the Super Bowl on Sunday. You got a favorite? The whole room likes Brady. We just had Brady and the Bucks. We just had Booger McFarland on. He's down in Tampa. He thinks they're going to win 37-31. I thought I was kind of going to be an outlier by choosing the Bucks, but everybody's on Tampa Bay. You got a horse?
I like the Chiefs.
Do you? Yeah. All right. Well, it seems like you probably got the safe play here.
Finally, somebody says it.
Yeah.
Finally, somebody.
Everybody. I mean,
huh?
I am terrible
Somebody gonna take
at
Mahomes.
betting.
Yes.
Probably a solid 30%.
Wait.
So you can take that.
Keep shooting.
Hey,
And
keep
realize
shooting.
that, hey, your Bucks pick may be really good.
You fit into the room great.
Great,
That's,
yeah.
that gives
That
us,
might raise the average.
You know what? I see an opening to offer you a couple of squares. A couple of squares there. Thank you for coming out to the Undisclosed Location.
Absolutely.
We hope we can do this again.
Yeah, and real quick
yes,
before
sir.
we
Yes,
before
sir.
we head out, one thing that I do want to mention that we launched in January
Yeah.
was the Go Local initiative.
Yes.
And that's something that we're doing with businesses, and we currently have I think 85 businesses that signed up. And so just to give the listeners and the viewers a little bit of an understanding what that is, we are going to these businesses, want them to sign up for Go Local. We are promoting it through radio and television. And so if a customer comes in, there's a QR code, they can click on it, they can register. This last month, we gave away 2 $500 gift cards, randomly drawn by people that registered at these stores that went in to shop there. And then we're going to be doing that for the next 5 months. And then at the end of the period, we will draw for 2 $1,000 gift cards for the overall winner. So we're giving away $10,000 for people to come into these stores and promote it. And we're doing some commercials with the stores. The first 15 that signed up, we provided them an opportunity to be in the commercial to promote their business and promote, Go Local. So
Nice.
it's something that we saw this being done in another community, and we felt like this would be a great opportunity for us to bring into Baton Rouge.
Tee Brown from GMFS, a very successful company, but making a huge difference within our community as a leader alongside some other businesses here within the greater Baton Rouge area. We thank you for your time. We thank you for your commitment. Good to see you this morning. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Tee Brown from GMFS stopping by here at the Undisclosed Location. Pretty cool to get him over here. We come back, we will close it out. We'll talk a little bit about the gambling angle to Super Sunday, as there are a lot of bets. You can bet on the color of the Gatorade, the coin toss, the length of the national anthem, which is going to be a duet this season. Seems like the over could be a lock there. We'll talk all about it coming up on the
word.
on the Jordy Culotta show. Katie, tweet it out. Yeah, tweet it out.
Stay tuned.
That's right. Thank you, sir. The Jordy Culotta show is powered every day by Go Chevrolet, online at GEAUXChevrolet.com, located in LaPlace, Louisiana, with the greatest selections of new and used Chevrolet vehicle inventory. Over in LaPlace at Go Chevrolet, they have the latest models in stock. They provide financial assistance to both new and used car customers. Stop in today. It's a convenient stop, whether you're going to New Orleans or coming from New Orleans to Baton Rouge. Stop in and see Lee Carney and Nick Richard at Go Chevrolet, online at GEAUXChevrolet.com. If you have water, mold, or fire damage, you need to get in touch with Advana Clean today. I tell the story all the time. On Christmas Day, I woke up with what I thought was water damage in a room. I gave my friend Bradley Lynch a call at 225-369-5228. And on Christmas Day, 20 minutes later, Bradley was at the house diagnosing the problem, and he was back with his team to clean it up. Find out for yourself online at advanaclean.com.
That's at vanaclean.com. ADVANTA clean.com.
Johnson and Spillers Dentistry with 2 locations, one in Gonzales and one in Baton Rouge. Stop in to see them today. They provide the highest quality of dental treatment in a relaxed and professional atmosphere. They also offer Botox and teeth whitening. 2 locations, Baton Rouge and Gonzales, online at johnsonspillers.com. Lanois Agency, online at LANOIXagency.com, helping you today with Baton Rouge auto insurance, home insurance, flood insurance, or business insurance. Get in touch with Randy, Brian, and David, 5640, or you can shop them online at lanoixagency.com. This is a personal testimony from me. They handle all of my insurance, whether it's my home, auto, flood insurance, business insurance. They're the best, man. They're my insurance agent, but they're my friends first. Online at lanoixagency.com. All right, welcome back here to the Jordy Culotta Show. Appreciate Tee Brown for stopping by here on the Jordy Culotta Show, presented by Go Chevrolet. Randy Lanois inside of the chat app over there at Lanois Insurance.
A pretty important question for
Hit me.
the room and for our viewers.
Square related?
Nope. Who has better calves, me or Will Wade?
Oh, get the chair bump.
This chair
Jeez.
is the deal.
Yes, that is a calf. Yeah,
But it's
Let me
like
raise
it's
it
the
up.
chair. It's not even the raising up thing.
I'm still going with Wade.
It's
though.
the, yeah, well, he's got
Wade's
bigger
got those
legs.
Jolly Green
It's
Giant
got the tree
calves,
trunks,
bro.
dude.
I mean, like,
But no matter whose calves you put up against this chair,
Johnny Drummond needed
they're
that
gonna
chair.
look. Yes, Johnny Drama did need this. He wouldn't have needed
Calves, bro?
implants.
bro, we need a Lloyd drop.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I don't know. Will YouTube flag that? I don't think so. It's my name, too.
Let's see. Let's see.
It's
Let's
weird
see.
the
It'd be a
things that
compliment if
YouTube
they
you can
flag
get
us at
away
this
with
point.
and what you can't get.
It
you
is.
know?
Our own.
Oh, I'm in the works for some bump music. We'll talk about it off here, but I got a guy.
Okay.
Lloyd's got a guy.
Got a guy here. Good stuff today. Questions? Any questions?
Concerns?
We're
see
2 weeks in.
Yeah, we are 2 weeks in. Rivers was looking to pop some champagne
I
here.
thought
in
we
the
might
break.
have had. I know it was a week old, but I just didn't know if anybody else in this room would drink it.
Hey,
so I
flat
didn't know.
champagne still slaps.
Like one brand.
I don't know if yeah, I don't know if that champagne made it to 4 o'clock last Friday.
I sure know I didn't. We just kept that party going.
Going.
I mean, I was like, before I was feeling, I was starting to like head downhill. You
Is
know,
that the Phil's lunch?
we had the Phil's lunch,
Yeah.
and then we all had, and then Shay and I hung out and like had another glass
That's
of
right.
wine, and then I went home and Sam was having a bad day, so I was like, I think I got some more champagne.
I feel like I missed so much.
I think Sam's friend had to come pick her up from the house. It was fine. But then it was like by dinner time, I was like on the come down, and I was like,
Yeah,
"Ugh."
yeah,
That
day.
champagne
I regret
high.
this day.
The champagne high is so high.
Fridays.
Yeah.
What's going on this weekend? We're doing a lot of work around here, I know. We're going to
Yeah.
clean up the undisclosed location. We're going to decrap it.
Rough and Rowdy watch party Friday.
Yep.
I got a book
Oh, yeah,
club
that's
meeting on Saturday.
Wow.
Which is
Oh.
really more just
Aren't you
us
married
like
with kids?
That-
no,
That's
it's really
drinking.
mostly women pawning their children off to their husbands and
Okay.
drinking a lot of champagne.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
talking about
we don't.
every day.
I don't know that if we have talked about the book ever.
Right.
I mean, some of us read it. But there is an assigned book.
Is it on your street?
No, we have it at different houses. We're having it at St. Francisville this time.
Wow.
We'll track.
Well, it's at a farm. We're
Yeah,
having it
Uber?
at a farm, and a lot of the women who
It's
are
a
in
long
it
Uber.
love to like event plan, and they haven't really been able to event plan over the
Right,
last
right.
year.
Yeah.
So they're using this book club as like,
You going to get one of the old ladies to
Thing.
drive so you can drink?
oh yeah, no, we have a driver. We're carpooling. Someone's driving us.
Y'all got the openings in this book club?
The first
The
book,
Finer Things Club.
the first book club we had, I
What
left.
book club?
It was like noon. Like we met at noon, and I like drove, and it was at a house. And I told Kevin, I was like, I'll be back in a couple hours. It's gonna be fine. Like 6 p.m.
Kevin,
I was
I'm
like, can you
ready.
come get me?
Kevin, I'm
He like
in
has
the
to pack the
bag.
kids up. Like, I had to go get my car, Uber to my car the next day. It was really,
Oh, yeah.
it was
Lloyd,
a proud moment.
Tell the listeners what you're spending your hard-earned money on tonight.
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to throw it right down the trash. We got the Rough and Rowdy fight. It's my buddy's birthday, so I'm going down to Lafayette. We're all going to pay-per-view, and then Barstool has the odds out. So we're just going to... My buddy went to the bank, pulled out 500 crisp ones that we all Venmo for. So we're just going to be throwing money all night long. And then he bought a craps table. So that'll be the second part of the night. So if I'm here late Saturday, that's why. But I'll show up. I'll be back.
Yeah. Tell them about the fight you ordered, bro.
Oh, yeah. Rough and Rowdy, dude. It's Jose Canseco.
Yes.
Versus, dude.
He's gonna die.
Billy
I think.
Football.
I think Billy Football might
Billy
die.
Football.
Dude,
I mean-
Jose Canseco will show up with a syringe in his forehead, and you're just gonna, it's just be like, no, there's no.
looks-
Should we be concerned about Billy Football? Like that?
I don't know if we should be concerned about Jose. I mean, he looks like
I
he's
just
been on
mean,
a
like-
horse
He
tranquilizer.
looks like a lizard.
I mean,
But what I mean is I feel like he might kill Billy football.
He's
Like,
good.
There's no doubt.
How much did he weigh in?
270. No, 260,
What?
6'4", 260. And Billy Football came in at 215.
Wow. Bro, Billy football.
Billy.
Rethink this, bro.
Billy.
You still got
Rethink
time.
this. Yes, you
Give it
still
some
got
thought.
time.
There is no doubt that this is going to end in a
Give
knockout.
him the Apollo Creed speech.
Right. If he dies, he
It's
dies.
an exhibition, bro.
Dude,
We don't have to do this, man.
He's not going to run away. Like, somebody's going to get knocked out.
Oh, man. Make sure and recap that. That could be good. That could be good. That
Make
could be
sure
good.
to take some
Yeah,
notes
but-
on
I
that.
mean, yeah,
Lloyd.
social media.
Why, between your dollar bills, take some notes.
I'll just live stream the whole thing on YouTube and on my chest. Just put a
Lloyd
GoPro
and I
on
are
my
having big
chest.
Saturdays.
Yeah.
Or no,
Big
you're having
Saturdays.
Friday. Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
big
tonight.
I'm not doing anything this weekend.
You want to come?
Sure.
You would be a hit.
So, guys.
That'd be a hit.
This is my boss.
Speaking of being a hit, apparently you're a big hit with the college guys. Sam wore our merch
Nice.
to Zippy's last night, and apparently the guys are into it.
I love the merch.
They're more excited
man.
about our show. They're just like, hey, you know him?
You working there?
What's the website, Nikki?
Jordy.itemorder.com. I'm telling you, dude, I feel like the special man.
No doubt. Dance.
It's like me hitting a drop.
Yeah. Good week. Good show.
Yeah.
Do we have any
Friday.
ask us? Any questions?
We didn't get any today.
Well, we didn't ask for them either. That's our
good.
bad.
That's good. That's good.
But we have had some really good ones all week, and that is a thing we will continue to do. So just remember, anytime you have a question, just put it in there. Well, one of us will see it and grab it. You can also tweet those questions at us. But just as a reminder, let me see if I can wrap up everything you need to know.
Yes.
On Monday, we will be 7 to 9 a.m.
Yeah, Monday schedule changes.
I will tweet all of that out. We will remind you 7 to 9 a.m. So 2 full hours. If you can't catch us live, you can always catch us on the podcast, on Apple, Spotify, literally wherever you can listen to a podcast. We are now on Pandora. We are everywhere. Like we are on all like
We're a Pandora exclusive. We inked a deal.
I wasn't sure about
Did
Pandora.
you know that Pandora
Yeah.
had podcasts?
They just started. It's a new thing.
Really?
And so whenever I submitted us, they're like, we'll get back to you in 4 to 6 weeks. I was like,
What else are y'all doing?
what are we doing? But they approved us. So anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can find us there. Continue to watch us live if you can. Give us the thumbs up if you haven't already on the YouTube video. I think that's all of my like housekeeping.
Yeah, the
What about
thumbs up
one-
is not just for our ego. It is definitely for the
It's
search
definitely for the
engine
video.
optimization.
Yes, SEO.
So-
Like the thumbs up really does help us. People ask how to help us. The thumbs up thing helps us.
Give them one more on the promo on the giveaway. Johnson.
Oh yes, Johnson Spiller. So what you need to do to win is to like us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Whatever, all the platforms you have. If you don't have one of them, that's gonna be fine. Just like us all the places that you're there, and then you could win 20 units of Botox and a teeth whitening kit. What you need to do is tweet at us or send us on Facebook or Instagram your worst date story. We've had some really good ones coming in. One that included Jordy. If you got any more Jordy bad date stories,
Easy.
please send
Definitely
them to
wanna hear
me.
Easy.
That, like,
Those will for
prioritize
sure be
those.
read on air.
Easy.
But just
Where's
keep
that
them
cowboy
coming.
you used to date? Is he ever listening on it?
Probably roping some cows somewhere.
right now.
Wearing
Send
some
in.
like
Send it in.
what kind of jeans do they wear?
Wranglers.
Wranglers.
Boot
They were
cut.
but look, you know what? You want to know what?
Cut.
Boot cut.
They were
Brother.
not bad. They weren't boot cut. They were not bad though. You know, there's a reason I dated
Oh,
him.
you slipped into
there
real
was a
country
reason.
right there.
There was a reason I dated him. He's a
Country
very
real.
Tight. That booty
good-looking
tight.
rodeo guy. You know.
Yeah, all right, all
Those
right,
jeans
all
will
right.
get you.
You want me to plug how to watch the YouTube again?
I do, Lloyd. Yes. One
We got-
time.
we'll
And-
make this video.
And over the weekend, we will make a whiteboard video
Yeah,
of this.
Professor Courtney in the building, PhD. So you go to your YouTube browser, you go through Safari on your phone, and then you'll click on where the header is, like where you type things in. There's that double A to the left. Click on that, and it'll bring you down a little selection bar. Request the desktop website. I haven't not stumbled over that once yet. Request desktop
Easy.
website.
Sounds like a Katie tweet.
Yeah. And so it'll do that. It'll
killing this script.
This is the workaround on how to make your phone think it's a computer.
There you
so
go.
you select the video, the Jordy Culotta show. You can lock your phone, unlock it, click play, and then boom, you're in the car. You're listening to us as we're live, baby.
I love it.
Shane Sigsby is the CEO of I'm a Whale, which is a staking group and the operation that provides capital, coaching, and management to online poker players worldwide. He is in the news right now because he tried to place $100,000 on the Tampa Bay Bucks, and he was turned away at BetMGM. But in the news, of course, is Mattress Mac, who was allowed to place $3.46 million on the Tampa Bay Bucks, and that bet was taken. Sigsby says it was because he was labeled as a professional gambler. He is fighting that claim. He is going to explain that to the Jordy Culotta show coming up here in a couple of minutes as we're going to dial him up. You ready over there, Lizzie Lloyd?
Lizzie, double L.
All right, let's see. All right, here we go. Yep.
Love the
We're
cold
up.
call.
We're up. Me too. Shane?
Hey, Jordy.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Jordy.
Good morning. We are live, so easy. Shane Sigsby is the CEO, as we said, of I'm a Whale, which is a staking group labeled as providing capital coaching and management to online poker players worldwide. Shane is in the news right now because he tried to place a $100,000 bet on the Tampa Bay Bucks at plus 3.5 at BetMGM, and he was turned away because he was labeled a professional bettor. Mattress Mac down in Houston hopped a plane 2 days ago, got into the casino, laid down a $3.46 million bet on Brady and the Bucks. Shane, what is the difference between you and Mattress Mac?
Well, Mattress Mac doesn't do this for a living. But given that it's the Super Bowl, I really didn't think I was going to have any issues getting it down. I walked in there pretty relaxed. It didn't even think of the possibility that it was going to get rejected. And, kind of had a chuckle and kind of had some words for the sportsbook manager and, just said, look, this is ridiculous. They had taken a bet. Mattress Mac made the bet after me, but they had taken a bet the day before for $2.3 million on the Bucks. And they didn't move their line. They took it at plus 3.5, minus 115. They still got the line there after a $2.3 million bet. I'm thinking they like their side. They're happy to take more action on the Bucks, but I was wrong.
So what? So you cannot place a bet on the Super Bowl? I mean, like, can you go anywhere?
No. So I walked in and I said, hey, I'd like number 102, the Bucks plus 3.5 minus 115, and the teller said how much? I said 115,000. And I counted out the money, and they start running all the straps through the machine and everything else. And manager came, I'm just dealing with the teller at this point. And then the manager comes in from the back and he said, hey, he said, we only want 20 dimes on that. And I said, 20 dimes on the Super Bowl? And he said, yeah. I said, didn't you guys have someone bet 2.3 million yesterday? And he's like, yeah. He's like, but he's like, you're a professional. He's like, we know you do this for a living. What? And he's like, we really only want 20,000 from you. And I just laughed and they wrote the ticket for 20,000.
Well, I'm gonna do it 5 more times.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, they didn't move the line either. It's it's not like they're like, hey, look, we're at like the max capacity that we want an exposure to the Bucks. They printed it for 20K and kept the line right there.
Well, I'll put the bet in for you. You front me that money, I'll go to the window.
I ended up getting it at a different casino in town, but it was MGM that didn't want it.
Have you had crazy requests for like PR stunts on this?
No. I mean, I talked to David Purdom, who writes a lot of the articles for ESPN yesterday, and he knows the play. It's not just the Super Bowl that we run into these kind of issues and stuff, and he knows the issues we've had with different sports books over time and stuff. And he laughed too that hey, normally you have a hard time betting on the Iona versus Canisius game. In this situation, it's the Super Bowl.
Shane Sigsby joining us from Vegas. What is Vegas like right now in a time? Is it what?
It's getting better. It's getting a little bit better. Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit more crowded. The restaurants are still at 25% capacity. So you go out and it's kind of empty looking, but the casinos are getting a little bit busier, and I think people are slowly starting to come, and more importantly, our numbers keep going down. So, as long as we can get our numbers to go down, I think they're gonna reopen more hopefully here soon. They're having a call on February 15th with the decision on the next phase.
Shane, hey, this is Rivers, by the way. I usually come to Vegas pretty regularly in March for March Madness and all the events. I guess you're kind of talking about it, but I know last year that probably looked a lot different. What do you think that March Madness will look like this year?
I think I think like the big parties, that I'm sure you've been to, that the different sports books and the different casinos hold, I don't think those are going to happen. But I think March Madness is going to be, I think Vegas is going to look alive for March Madness. It's just going to look a little bit different than it did in previous years.
What about, can you tell the story? Because I know you've got some pretty crazy gambling stories, but you've got one tied to the Saints that changed $1 million worth of cash in a transaction. Can you tell that gambling story?
Yeah. So 2019, DraftKings, DraftKings is the DFS company, daily fantasy sports company, but they just started opening sports books all around the country. They've got one down there in Biloxi. Have you guys been to Scarlet Pearl?
We have not been to Scarlet Pearl. I've been to, the only one we've been down to at Biloxi I've been to is the Bow and Hard Rock.
Yeah, so Bow is MGM, but DraftKings runs the book down at Scarlet Pearl, but they also run a book in Atlantic City. In January of 2019, they said, hey, we're going to do a world championship of sports betting. They always do these contests, but they're always fantasy. But this contest was sports betting. And the deal was a $10,000 buy-in. You went to Atlantic City. You could bet whatever you wanted Friday and Saturday. It was AFC. I think it was AFC NFC semifinal weekend. It was the weekend the Saints played the Eagles. I don't know if you remember the game.
Okay.
But anyway, so you could bet whatever you wanted Friday or Saturday, bet any sport you wanted, and then on Sunday you could only bet the AFC and NFC games. I think it was the championship games. It could have been the semis. I can't remember. And it was basically who could turn their $10,000 bankroll into the biggest bankroll. It was a $10,000 buy-in, but $5,000 went to the prize pool and $5,000 was your bankroll. So it was how big could you turn your $5,000 bankroll into? And going into Sunday, we had turned 5,000 into, I want to say 55,000, but we weren't in first. We were in
Let's go.
We were in like we were in third going into Sunday. So we're going into the final game. It's the Saints Eagles game, and we kind of get word that the people ahead of us are going to play the Saints. And so of course, you gotta jump them, you gotta leapfrog them. So we play the Eagles. Well, we play the Eagles plus 8.5. And, we don't know for sure what people have. 15 minutes into the game, they release what everybody in like the top 10 of this contest have. Well, the two guys in front of me have the Saints. We have the Eagles plus 8.5. And then a couple of guys behind me, they have played the Eagles plus 425 on the money line. Okay. And they're plus 425 on the money line. If the Eagles win the game outright, they're going to leapfrog me. Okay, so I need the result. I need the Eagles to lose by less than 8.5. Sorry, either to lose by less than 8.5, but not win the game. Right. Okay, is how I win. Right. In first place, by the way, is $1 million. So the game plays out. The Eagles are down 6. The Saints are driving. There's like a minute and a half left. The game is at the Superdome. And Lutz gets it down to about a 38-yard field goal. I mean, Lutz from 38 yards in the Superdome. What is
money?
Money.
You can go get a drink.
Yes, right. Yeah. I'll be back. Put the 3 on the board.
Yeah. Wait, what happened?
So we're just screaming. We're just screaming at the TV, and the guys in front of us are screaming at the TV. They want the kick to go in, and Lutz misses it wide right. It was the happiest moment of my gambling career.
What is that feeling like, bro? What is that like? I mean, that's scratching the ticket and seeing the Powerball numbers.
Yeah, it was a surreal gambling moment, that's for sure.
So you like the Bucks plus the 3.5 this weekend. The room's with you. Any prop bets standing out?
We've been playing some Hardman overs. I think that's been moving though. What's we've been playing? I was looking through them a lot last night. We'll do most of our prop action today and tomorrow. The lines in the casinos are going to be crazy tomorrow, so we'll try to get down a lot tonight. But yeah, we were playing Hartman overs. We were playing Hilaire unders.
Oh.
We were betting Brady fourth quarter touchdown pass.
That tickles
kind
me.
of sounds money.
I can see that in my brain.
We played some Hill receiving yards over early. They opened Hill's receiving yard to 87.5. We played that. We moved that to, I think it's 95 most places now. We were still playing at like 92.5.
What about turnovers? Yes, no on turnovers?
We haven't played that yet. I've seen it, but we have not played that yet.
Shane, while we've got you, I just want to get your thoughts because you've got a lot of insight on it, and you're sitting underneath it, and you're invested in it. Our state is trying to legalize sports gaming down here. It doesn't make a lot of sense why Louisiana doesn't have that legalized yet. There's some business owners that are trying to prohibit that from happening and have had some success. It looks like they're running out of Highland, but that is starting to happen around the country. What is the thought of that in Vegas that has been so far ahead of this curve for so many years to start seeing states catch on here and it become legalized across America?
Yeah, I think Vegas is supporting it. And I think Vegas, people that have been working in the sports industry here in Vegas for, 2 to 3 decades, they're moving to these places to run the books. It's funny. I'll go to Biloxi and I'll go into Scarlet Pearl, and I'm seeing all my friends, that I've known for 10 years here in Vegas that run the books here. They're going to run these books in the new state. So I think Vegas is definitely supporting it. And then Vegas is trying to figure out how they can partner up with the states and help them run their books.
Shane, thank you for the time this morning. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Go Bucks. We will be touching base soon.
Jordy, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Always, bro. Yes, sir. What the hell's going on here?
Oh, never mind.
Oh, yeah.
That's not your fault.
AR. Let us sign off. No strangers at the undisclosed location just yet. Unless you want to play the gig, we'll show who we got a meeting with. Put a blindfold on him. No interview on this guy. Just a little camera time to show you what we got maybe happening here over at the Jordy Culotta Network.
You just stick his face in front of the
just put him
camera?
in
What are
front
we
of the
doing?
network. We should almost put him on the floor, kill the lights. We've got
Put the blue light
just
on.
put him where. Just bring him right here in front. Just get a shot of him. Yeah.
He should stand in front
I
of
don't know
me.
how he fits in the room.
I don't know if he's going to fit in
Very,
the
very
shot.
tall. He's very, very tall. Just a little teaser there for you. What's coming up possibly on the Jordy Culotta Network. Yes, just stand still. Have a great weekend. What a great week.
Squat. Hit a squat.
Yes.
Hit that hip 45.
Huge. You're an animal, man. Good Lord.
Have a good weekend.
See you later.
Go Bucks!
You can